101 overview for donors of real estate. My name is Cami Baker. I'm the founder of a group called the Real Agents of Change, and we were created so that people who own real estate, just like you, when you're looking for the tax advantages and you want your favorite nonprofit to benefit, that's why we're here. Proceeds from your real estate can go to any nonprofit, any that you love, regardless if they know how it works. So here we go. So, how can you leave your legacy now? Not when you die or some other time, but right this moment. You can leave legacy through your wealth bucket of real estate. Now, here's what you deserve to know about donations of real estate. You can donate property from anywhere in the country. In some cases, anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where your nonprofit is. Your nonprofit can be in Florida and your real estate is in Washington state. Doesn't matter. Anywhere in the country, this real estate can benefit the nonprofits that you love. Any type of real estate, residential, commercial, raw land, doesn't matter as long as it's marketable and there's equity in the property. And once again, any nonprofit, friends, there's 1.5 million nonprofits and 99.9% of them cannot, will not, just won't facilitate these transactions, but we're here to partner and help them. So there are three ways that a donor can actually help their nonprofit from the proceeds of real estate. The first way is a way that you're probably familiar with. Now, this is the old-fashioned way. This is grandma's donation of real estate, where the property gets sold, all the taxes are paid, and when everything's said and done, the proceeds are handed to the nonprofit. Well, here's the problem with that. The donor pays capital gains tax, if that is part of this equation. The nonprofit ultimately receives the least amount of money. The donor gets the least amount of tax write-offs. This is the most inefficient, old-fashioned, outdated way. Friends, this is the worst way. So if you're talking to a nonprofit and they say, hey, go sell your property and give us the proceeds, remember that you met us and there's a better way. The second way is the hardest way. It's when the nonprofit is actually taking the real estate that the donor wants to donate. Let's say it's the Boys and Girls Club as an example. The problem with this is that the nonprofit is actually responsible to pay off mortgages, and if the donor wants cash out, because you don't have to donate the full amount of the real estate, if any expenses are to be had, the nonprofit receiving the real estate has to take care of that. They will be responsible for the maintenance and the upkeep and any unforeseen environmental issues. And it takes months and months for the average nonprofit, if they do try to take real estate, to decide what to do with it. So 99.9% of nonprofits will not do it. They just won't do it. It's too risky. They are very risk adverse. They don't have the expertise and they don't have the capital. So this is the hardest way. So way number one is the worst. Way number two is the hardest way. Now let's talk about the third way that you can help your nonprofits with your real estate. The Real Agents of Change and our team of experts have a system that is risk-free for any nonprofit. This is the easiest way for you, the donor, because you can be off title, you can have your mortgages paid off, you can have cash in pocket, you can have your tax deduction within 30 days. There's no out-of-pocket expense to handle the transaction for the nonprofits that are going to benefit. The capital that's available. Look, some of these properties need a roof. Maybe you need a whole parking lot repaved. Maybe there are things that could be done to enhance the value of the property that the typical nonprofit cannot do. Bargain sales are available the way we do this in the win-win-win way. And a bargain sale means that if you need mortgages paid off, if you want cash back, that can happen. A bargain sale means that you do not have to donate either a lien-free property that's only equity, and B, you do not have to donate the full value of property. You can receive all of the tax benefits immediately. You get that tax write-off right away, not in 3 or 6 months after board meetings, not after the property is sold to the general public, but right away in 30 days or less. The nonprofit world in this scenario receives the maximum donation, and the donor receives the maximum tax benefit, and 100% of the 1.5 million nonprofits in this country are eligible for this win-win-win way. So you as the donor, once again, you can get cash out of the property to pay off mortgages. You can recoup your initial investment. Any reason that you want money out, as long as there's enough equity left over to make it worth everyone's while, you can pull cash out of the property. Your major tax benefits include no capital gains tax on that which you donate. The appraised value of the property is the basis for your tax deduction. And there's lots of other ways that you can maximize this in your estate planning. You'll want to talk to your own CPA or attorney or financial professional. These proceeds can be given to any nonprofits, your local nonprofit, 1, 3, multiple. This is another reason why the second way, donating the real estate to the Boys and Girls Club, to the church, to the homeless shelter, is a problem. Because if the money is requested by the donor to be split up, there's not going to be one nonprofit that is going to take that on and then give checks to other nonprofits in the second traditional way. But in this third way, absolutely. You can give it to as many nonprofits as you want, or you can put it in a donor advised fund. And once again, there's a lot of options. You really do want to connect with your CPA and attorney. This is the easy, convenient, fast way. You're off the title, mortgage free in 30 days. There's no selling expenses or repair costs or any of that stuff. All you pay for is an appraisal. And the third party experts that we're partnered with, not only are they the same third-party experts that work with nonprofits like Fidelity Charitables, meaning they have all the credibility in the world to work with the largest nonprofit in this country, they also can keep your details confidential and discreet. Some people don't want to donate their real estate to that nonprofit whose board they've sat on for 30 years because maybe there's some details that they just don't want everybody to know. Maybe they just want them to get the proceeds and that's it. Friends, these are some resources. What is next for you as a property owner, property donor? Do your research. All of these links, therock.com/donations, you can see case studies, the documents tab, you can see exactly how all of these donations go down. The FAQs is a fabulous link. You'll see the top 13 most asked questions, interviews with me and the specialized nonprofit and other experts, property evaluation form. If you go to this link and take 2 minutes to fill out the form about your property, we can get back to you within 24 hours and let you know if it's a donation to real estate or not. And then of course, if you go straight to the donor page on our website, there's more information there. So to find out if your property qualifies, this is the link that I mentioned, property evaluation. It's a form that looks something like this online, and we welcome you to get your property qualified. We welcome you to introduce your nonprofits that you love to what we're doing. We have another 101 overview specifically for nonprofits. We have one specifically for real estate agents because realtors get paid a full commission to list these donations of real estate, and that's really important for the nonprofit world. Thank you for considering. leaving legacy from your wealth bucket of real estate. Bye-bye.